the late start time when I think you could put two and two together in terms of what I meant with that pin message. But appreciate all you guys tuning in for this one. We are now good to go. Appreciate all you guys being here. We're going to do some Q&A overtime since we don't do it after the game. So we're going to do it right now as we get ready for Week 8 between the Vikings and the Chargers, which, by the way, throwback game. It is a throwback game for the Chargers. So, you know, I got everything lined up and ready to go because I understand the assignment there. So, with that in mind, how this Q&A overtime stream works like this. Fire on the channel any questions you might have. I'll be happy to answer anything and everything. Once the clock hits 0, that's going to be the end of the stream. But you see what it takes to get into the queue. Any audio you want me to do, any video you want me to do, ChatGPT requests, what if sports simulations, Sporkle quizzes, anything you want, I will do that. But before we start this, because we got a lot to talk about, especially in the NBA, I'm going to get to that in just a second. But before we do, I do this thing every Thursday night, including tonight, called Live Band Karaoke, where I play with a live band. And for $25, I will sing one of these songs half off, $50 for any song on this list right here. The song half off for this stream and this stream only is going to be Lose Control by Teddy Swims. Oh, man. Lose Control by Teddy Swims. One of the biggest songs of the decade. So that is going on the list. Lose Control by Teddy Swims is the song half off. With that in mind, let's start this stream. Let's talk about the elephant in the room with the NBA. Because a lot of people are asking about that. Of course, 7's when NBC gets the rights back. Could this lead to a pause in play? I don't think it's going to lead to a pause in play. But here's the thing right now with the NBA. And this is going back to what Bud Selig said when I took his class. The moment that people question whether the sport is legit or not is the moment the sport dies. The moment people question whether what they're watching is real and whether people are trying their best and whether the outcome is legit is the moment that everything goes astray. And that is the whole problem with the Black Sox scandal over 100 years ago and why they needed a commissioner, because they didn't have a commissioner back then. They needed a commissioner to come lay down the law with that, with Mount and Landis. Adam Silver is a weak commissioner. Adam Silver has just let everyone run all over him. This has been going on for a while at this point, and he refused to nip in the bud. Appreciate you, Rob. NBC and ESPN have the Blue Halo requesting Silver fired, have the contracts voided. Oh, I like that. And which game do you want to get you on the call for? Well, I think Billups is gone. I think Billups is not going to be coaching ever again. Rozier is banned for life. And who knows what happens if there's more people involved in that. I have no idea. There's going to be more people involved. Most devastating Final Four loss of all time? I would say... I would go Memphis against Kansas. I think Silver is done with stuff with Don Sterling. Yep, he got an easy out. Will Silver be ousted? I think he could be at this point. I absolutely think with the Kawhi issue that, okay, we're allowing teams to cheat. And now with this, that we refuse to do anything about gambling. And there's multiple people now that have been covered by the FBI. Yeah, there has to be more. 100%. There's 100% more. Yeah, federal prison. Yeah, it's crazy. But NBA is screwed. The NBA is completely screwed. Long time viewer, first time quantum poker thing, not NBA related. No, there's something else. It wasn't just poker with Billups. Oh, in the Final Four round? Ooh, then that's a good pick, actually. That's a very good pick. It's not just, it wasn't just poker. Poker was how they got him, but there was also some other stuff. All right, Michael with the 420. Appreciate you, man. Right, NBA definitely is a burning bridge right now. Look, now we're back on NBC. Yeah, that's going to solve all the problems. But see, CBD's take? Yes, I think it's insane. I think it's completely asinine, and I think it's completely uncalled for. And I don't know why on earth he would say that about the president. I have no idea. The reason why I do college basketball don't care at all about the NBA, not just because college basketball is elite postseason, but all the stuff that goes on the NBA behind the scenes makes it not fun. Although, to be fair, there have been rigging scandals in college with point shaving. There have been a lot of those. Come on with the fiver. Appreciate you, man. I will get you on Washington. The Portland Blazers coach needs to be removed immediately, and Adam Silver needs to sell, or, well, he can't sell the league, but he can, I don't know, he can't sell the league, but he can resign. I agree with you 100%. Silver needs to step down. Silver right now is a cancer on the league. Again, like I said before, there hasn't been one good thing Silver's done outside banning Sterling for life, which was over a decade ago. He's been coasting on that. Yeah, basically, Terry Rozier was betting on games, and the other thing that was happening was Johnson Billups was also involved. So, hasn't been a major point stream since '85. No, there was one recently. There was definitely one recently. I think it involved Temple. You know, when NFL punishes guys like really so harshly, this is why. Exactly why. This is why I have no problem when players get banned for betting. This is why I have no problem just laying the ban hammer down. Because what happens if you don't? You get stuff like this, where now you're questioning the integrity of the league, and now the ratings are going to go down. Because, I mean, who's going to want to watch a product that you have no idea if it's legit or not? I mean, if I buy a ticket to an NBA game, how am I going to know whether the guys aren't trying their hardest? Like, as dumb as coaches are in the NFL, as dumb as some players can be, I have never questioned whether they are actively trying to throw the game. Now you actually have and especially because 20 years ago you have a Tim Donaghy scandal. Right? Well, we cannot be having a better week right now. Betting on sports should be completely and totally illegal. I'm fine keeping it the way it is. Wasn't Booty suspended for gambling last year? I don't remember if Booty was. Goodell, the worst commissioner, Matt for no, I'm a silver, hold my beer, yeah. Because right now the integrity, right, you can't control individuals, you can't control how you treat them. Yep, exactly. Exactly. And he's let this gone on for way too long. Because remember, you had the Porter scandal too earlier this year. You had Porter. Someone wasn't major though. That's fair. Board governors it's called emergency management. That they do. 100%. Thoughts on the ref getting permanent suspension in Auburn, Georgia? That was atrocious. Yes, I agree 100%. I mean, there were 9 blown calls in that game. And the fact that Smart was just able to run all over him and just call timeout when he didn't and all that, it's a mess. It was an absolute mess. I'm sorry, Keller. Where's the NBA go from here? I don't know how much further they can go with Silver as commissioner. The Porter scandal? Yeah, Porter got suspended for Jonte Porter back in April 2024. He was caught in federal court betting on games and over-unders. Connor with a 2, appreciate you, man. NHL going to take some of the NBA shine away. I don't know if the NHL is going to do it, but I think college football and the NFL could. We're living in a world where Bettman's the best 4 of the commissioners. Gary Bettman. When Rose is caught on baseball, he was gone immediately. Yep. Again, you have to establish. You have to establish quite clearly, I appreciate the 2, Connor, that this is unacceptable. And the NBA has let this linger on for a long, long time. Yeah, every sports talk on the NBA right now, as it should be. And the fact that ESPN barely covered it is atrocious. Time for me to step up. Oh, boy. Remember, sucks, Silver sucks, Goodell's, man. I don't know what Bettman's doing. Where's rank all-time scandals for the NBA? Right now, number 2. I mean, Donaghy was number 1. Referees actually betting on games, especially in the conference finals, that's number 1. This is number 2. I mean, it's capitalized on he does. People still do point saving? I mean, we just saw it. We just saw it with that. Right, Donaghy happened under Sir, right? So is this really a Silver problem? I mean, when you let the sports books get in, you have to establish clear boundaries that this is unacceptable. And clearly, it's not done that. I know some of the NFL bet on football, the same as Kevin Patullo. Yeah, college basketball is the only sports salvation. Right, ESPN barely covered it because they have a betting site, and they're a partner of the NBA. That's the problem. They're a partner of the NBA. So they don't want to get on their bad side. Like, this is why the NFL is so harsh on betting on games. Even if it's not your own team. Yeah, Goodell's number 1, I think. Bettman's probably number 2 right now. But it's crazy to think about. Then you go back to younger stars competition away from the reality show era of the NBA, or at least away from the era of people betting on games. Right, David Stern was not perfect, not even slice of it. The second half of his tenure was awful. The first half, he saved the league. The second half was awful. Sports league should not partner with betting sites. I mean, we're getting to that point where you have to wonder. I think NCAA wants Philly to gamble. Yeah, because now you're allowed, college athletes are now allowed to bet on pro sports. Right, Donaghy was isolated, right? This is many. This is a ripple down effect. Okay, how deep does this go? ESPN had the ESPN bet ticker. I did see that. And they just remove it quietly off the air. Staying with a $5, appreciate you, man. Where the NFL, they never have a ridiculous strap like this. Yeah, you never question the integrity of the game with the NFL. You never question what sense of that one. Hang on. Frame drops, hang on. Yep, yep. We're back. We're back. Not sure what missed. It was an OBS thing. I like the song so far. Yeah, the Mafia is back. Welcome back to the 1930s. Yeah, schedule. Let's go Suns on that one. I rapidly got LeBron DraftKings ad. Yep. Some Texas-sized gains. Yeah, it's truly addictive and should not be allowed, especially young men. I mean, it is addicting, but there are other things in life that are addicting, that are allowed. Like caffeine's addicting. Alcohol's addicting. It can be. You know, having a backbone coming down and gambling is point ahead of others. Absolutely. You never question whether the NFL's rigged or not. Even when people say the NFL's rigged or fixed, most of the time they're just joking. Right. I mean, some people think it's serious that the NFL's rigged in favor of the Chiefs, but yeah, I should have mentioned the Mafia. Which game do you want to say? Appreciate you, man. It's the Texas-sized Mafia. So sports betting never should have been made legal. I mean, nowadays, I mean, you can bet wherever you want at this point. Like, people are always going to find the way to do vices. Like, even if you make certain drugs illegal, people are still going to get the drugs. And people, you make gambling illegal, people are still going to find ways to bet. They're just doing under the table. I mean, it was illegal when the Black Sox scandal happened. The NBA scandal, yeah, it's a mess. It is an absolute mess right now, and the NBA needs to come down harsh on these guys. And Joe gets the rings, which is fact. Gambling sites ban athletes from betting altogether. I would say, I would say fiction on that. Yes, so all good. Train with backwards. I agree with that. That not over the air. I agree with that. Can we say about gambling influence in the 1970s? He might have. I don't recall off the top of my head. All right, next up, Adam's song, which I don't think I know. If I don't, we'll do Party's song. Yeah, no, I don't know this one. But I tried bagging alcohol prohibition made it worse. Yeah, exactly. Trade Harrison to Pelicans and punishment. Yeah, how's it going, Jake? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you tuning in for this Q&A overtime stream. Yeah, I don't know this one. Once these are starting game 1, I'm not the craziest about it. I think it's going to be tough for the Jays because you're going to have to face Ohtani twice, Yamamoto twice. It's going to be very hard with that. Can Billups get kicked out of Springfield? Yeah, Billups is done. Can he get kicked out of the Hall of Fame? I don't know. I don't know if there's precedent for that. We're almost like Kawhi and the Bomber salary cap scandal, which the NBA's got to brush under the rug. Like, you're seeing them kind of just try and pretend it never happened. Found a T-Long Limco Mountain Football, who could be a Jaguars fan? Yeah, I would. That would be enough. I don't know. I'd probably just have no team at that point. But yeah, if I found out that the NFL wasn't a legit product and that players were betting on it against their own team, and nothing happened to them, I would be fuming. Ohtani isn't that good of a pitcher? In what world? Ohtani's great. Leafs drivers are changing the start times. I did hear about the Leafs. I didn't hear about the Raptors, but I love that with the Leafs. Over on the Suns games I go to, this year probably like 2.5. First team for 26 months now with a lot of questionable calls, non-calls, decisions. It's hard to question whether sports are rigged or not. Well, at least in the NBA, because they don't come down on it. MLB, they come down hard. In MLB, if you bet, you're gone. NBA is just a tolerance for this. I'm shocked the Billups involved. Yeah. Dallas we're going away. You want to know? Yes. Right, all the players are rich now. Yeah, like we're talking to make their buddies like a couple extra $1,000. Like, obviously, I would love a couple extra $1,000, but it's not worth ruining my career over. And you have that money, just give it to them. 2 nickels, Jacob. Right, pro wrestling, everyone knows it. Everyone knows that. Will Bill Brown be fired soon? I think end of the season he'll be gone. At this rate. Right, the SC ref that called George Armour got suspended, which I'm glad with. He was terrible. 9 blown calls that game, and the timeout debacle, that was atrocious. Right, NBA needs to be investigated. They do. And the fact that, I mean, we saw what with Silver. He said when the whole, the Kawhi thing happened, he said, we can't investigate every sponsor. Like, or we can't investigate every partnership and whatnot. Like, that's your job. Like, how do you not have that? Like, the NBA runs such a loose ship to allow this to happen. Where players, coaches, both doing bets. Both on that one. All right, Michael's $4 going there. Please spend the ref to Pat Saints next. Adrian Hill. Oh, I would love that. He was so bad. MLB is a weird sport that starts to rig outside of a manual scenario. Yep. Right, money's guaranteed in baseball. That's the other thing, too. But they come down hard. NBA, they basically said with the Pavatori thing, like, the fact that no one caught this, they didn't investigate the sponsor. Like, no one, it's a loose ship in the NBA right now. Willers and Ortiz. Right, players think faking injuries with people with 2 and 2 together, several thousand bets for play some at night. You at least make it like don't make it obvious. If you're gonna do it, you loosely sink ships. At least put like hundreds of thousands of dollars on these guys on the over under. Like if I were to bet $500,000 right now, if I were to open my bank account, I don't have $500,000, not even close. But if I were to bet $500,000, let's just take tonight, Chargers against the Vikings. Let's say I'm going to bet $500K that Keandre Lambert-Smith will not get a single catch today. That would raise some red flags, wouldn't it? If it was tomorrow, I'm not sure yet. Demonstration on Patriots-Browns at some point from back in the day. If something happens tonight, we'll do that. The Angels still fun with the Golden Knights. Silver's Panther just lets you do whatever they want. Yeah, exactly. It's such a loose ship. It is such a ragtag organization. I mean, we saw it when Silver talked about the Kawhi thing. It's like, we can't investigate all the sponsors. Like, how? You have all this money. How do you not have an employee making like $60K you can't afford to spend $60K to just add an employer or two to look at all these brand deals and sponsorships and be like, okay. I not see Carter B on that. I not see that. Right, NBA is gambling friendly, yes. Travelers haven't tweeted anything 15 hours, probably for the best. Sure, it'll be easier just have a crappy game and play it off than have a weird injury. Exactly. Like, the NBA's got a problem right now. What was the Kawhi thing again? The Clippers circumvented the salary cap to sign Kawhi Leonard. So they basically paid him under the table through a company that didn't exist. They had to do nothing. So Kawhi had to do 0 brand deals with that company. Silver speaker runs levels of this isn't what we promote here. Exactly. What laws could government use to come down on the NBA? Oh, I don't know exactly. I'm not well versed in that kind of law. But, I mean, you could say interstate commerce. You could use commerce clause. Largest World Series stream, overtime stream before that, but yes. The chips fall where they weigh. Ironic. Very ironic. Hey, players and coaches, minimum of 3. Minimum 3, but there could be a lot more. Someone tells me this is just the tip of the iceberg. Gambling is a basketball problem. But it is interstate commerce. Like, the government can do whatever they want, basically. So, the Commerce Clause gives the government the right to do anything they want when interstate commerce is involved. Lakers, Clippers, Kings, or Ducks, change start time for the Dodgers. The arenas aren't close to where Dodger Stadium is. That's got its own zip code. That's why. Also, a lot of people in LA are not Dodger fans. They're Angel fans, so that's why. Yeah, give me the Whalers, then. Clippers get BTA'd by a bad Jazz team after the scale drop this morning. That game makes more sense, yeah. I mean, now you don't know. You just don't know anymore. Every result in the NBA, you have to question, like, okay, like, why did this happen? Why did this happen? The regular lie for the Mavs? I don't think they did. I mean, but now everything's got suspicion under it. Just won't go up these players, just shake their hand. Yeah. Oh, man. God, I love that meme. NBA take multiple picks away from Timberwolves? They did. Yep. Was there one out that they are? They were Timberwolves arrested. Yeah, they were arrested. Yeah, a few minutes ago, Ben was the worst of commissioners. Yeah, Silver is easily the worst. NBA, NHL, NFL get investigation? No, there's been no signs of that. John Boy and AI? Nothing yet. Nothing yet. I've been super, super busy lately with that. How'd you bet there be a demonstration? I would say 25%. Whether Thunder beat the Jet? Yeah, I have to question everything at this point. You never know. And be with only 4 points? Yeah, exactly. Like every stat now, every game, every stat, you have to wonder, okay, what the heck happened? Especially if it's like a fringe player who then leaves the game with an injury. Like there are some major question marks. Already assessed with the NBA with SJ game free throws. Looks at yeah, you don't know now. Well, if some players step in hit the over, I mean that's a little bit different. At least they're trying to do something. I mean, you see loss of viewership? Yes, they will. Like why would I waste my time watching the NBA right now? Why would I want to pay money to go to a game that I don't know if it's legit or not? Dave Enser was trying to miss all those 2-point shots. Yeah, Spurs, I mean, Wemby looked great last night. Wemby, that was one of the most dominant performances I've seen for an opening night. Yes, I saw that. Yeah, you have to question that. Yeah, you do. Homer, I have another big game today. Well, yep. We will see. Again, we don't know now. We just don't know anymore. we just don't know with anything. Are sports fixed? No. No, but there's more questions about the NBA than before, and rightfully so. Unfortunately, there's more questions. Yeah, $50 million no-show job, pretty much. This NBC's worst ever. Yeah, you spend all that money on the rights to the basketball, and then this comes out. It's atrocious. But yeah, go back to the laws to fix. AFC NFC loss, most devastating. Vikings 09 NFC Championship. AFC Championship, we're going to go... might be Chiefs 2018 before they made it to the Super Bowl the next year. Yeah, NBA might... Yeah, there might be a boycott. NFL Griffin? No, not even close. Is that a big golf fan now? Odds LeBron gets arrested? I would say... 1%. Biggest sports story of the 2020 so far in American? COVID. Those Steve Swad, right? Yeah. American sports story of the 2020 is COVID. Shutting everything down. I think Al Michaels makes a joke about the NBA gambling stuff. I don't think he will. Encourage gambling is creating an unhealthy league. The NBA is dropping the ball in this one. Oh, you're not wrong there. They've let this go on for too long. I'll go on with you. Can FanDuel do bets on who's number one on JG9's team? They cannot, but that would be fun if they could. Hacker Seahawks, that's a good pick too. That's a very good pick. Joe with a $5, email Washington. Perfect. Perfect. Get you on. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you a ton. Gamana's in first for the moment. But the O2 Kings have more risk to be 100%. Like, everything now you have to question. Like, when the Jaguars beat the Chiefs, I never questioned if the Chiefs threw the game. Now, everything that happens in the NBA, I have to question. Okay, did that team... Like, the Kings last night, up by 20 at the half, the Suns came back. I have to question that now. Like, okay, did something happen in the second half? Did someone take the money or whatnot? Right, it's Vince joke before, yeah, but not with his own property. Not with an own product. Yeah, the NBA's grabbing the bet hard. Yeah, it's what happens when you have a loosely run league. Right, MJ Gamble, he retired to play baseball in order to avoid punishment. No, I don't buy that for a second. Stern came out and said that was BS. And Jordan came out and said that was BS. I don't buy that at all. There's too many moving parts in that one. It doesn't add up. But, going back to the laws, Commerce Clause, anything interstate commerce, the government can do whatever they want. Federal government can do whatever they want. What happened last week? I don't remember. So, NBA is definitely interstate commerce. 100%, because it's teams competing in different leagues. I bet on a game in Arizona, on a game that's happening in North Carolina, that's interstate commerce. And FanDuel's not based in Arizona, so that's interstate commerce. Johnson with the tour, could MLS surpass NBA in viewership ratings now? No, they're still locked behind a paywall. So that's not going to happen. The MLS got shot themselves in the foot with the Apple TV deal. I don't think there's any chance. Basketball's still more popular than soccer in this country in terms of, just in terms of the general populace, and it's still behind a streaming service behind a paywall. I don't see that happening whatsoever. I went as a check-up appointment when the news came out. I was shocked. Yeah, me too. I think everyone was. Stearns bang on baseball. I doubt that. I highly doubt that. NBA and MLB shutdown. MLB will be 2027. NBA, they might do investigate. But Cal with a $5. NBA hires Lon Hunt's defense and all the allegations. Oh boy. Right, MLB's not going to shut down. No. Not this season, at least. NHL has a chance to do it. A very slim chance, but a chance. All right. MLS to get on over-the-air television. Introduce Pro Rel. That would make things interesting. The owners never go for that. Wait until a superstar gets caught? Yeah, if it's a superstar, oh boy. Yeah, NHL passing NBA, that's semi-possible, but what uniforms are they wearing tonight? The Chargers are going back to the blues. They're going back to the throwbacks that they had in San Diego. So the scorebug for that, they're going back to the old school look with that. Vikings just around the regular whites. NHL chance to do what? Increase in ratings. Though I think it's going to be other sports. I think college basketball is going to get a huge boost with that. The worst PR the NBA has ever seen and likely will ever see. Yeah, hopefully this is the bottom. Gamana, Broski with a 10. I bet this much that Gamana's going to finish first. M logo team. All good, man. Appreciate you, Broski. Appreciate you, man. The song for half of a karaoke tonight is Lose Control. I appreciate you a ton. So you bet this much, but ironically enough, that gets you in first. Yeah, if a superstar did this, they're screwed. I don't know what the league is going to do at this point, because between Porter, between Rozier, between Billups, Sid is not an isolated incident anymore. Not even close. It's not an isolated incident. Come on with 5. All right, bet Bursky. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Appreciate you, Gamana. Would MLS pass NBA if the Apple TV deal didn't exist? I would probably say no on that. Still a bit too niche. But it would the ratings would go up. Quick question of college basketball WNBA now too? No. Those are still fine. There's been no issues there relatively to speak of. Appreciate you, Gamana. As always, gets you back in front. Friend just texted me the Dodgers. Yeah, I think so too. All right, I think they win in 6. Big started to call Campbell. The entire season have to go in KS at least. Yes, it would be pretty bad. It would be very, very bad. Yellow Chargers from some of the worst students in the league. They're pretty bad. I don't know about the worst, but they did look like pee. Well, yeah, the NBA story. Bunch of players made bets on their own games intentionally not trying. Yes, so they would leave the game with a fake injury, or they would not try. And they would tell their homies, and they would bet on the under themselves. But as a deadline, I could see the Jets selling a lot. Change all the strings of the NBA's and channels of thumbnail confused looking Bills and silver. Yeah, 5 is best. Blue Jays is 6. I got Dodgers at 6, but I hope it's the Blue Jays. Malik Beasley get implicated too. Yeah, like there's a lot of people at this point. Like this is just tip of the iceberg. Something tells me it's not just these two. Worst starting quarterback in the league right now, whoever the Jets starting quarterback is, whether it's Fields or Taylor, whoever it is, it's the worst. So Friday supposedly fine pairs of drug addiction. Yeah, it's bad. It was off to such a good start too this year too. Gary Wilson linked to the Browns. I don't know if the Browns would buy. It wouldn't make a lot of sense for a team like them to buy. And just sign a contract. Reserve under 10.5 and then just fake an injury cash in. Yep, bingo. And he would tell his friends to bet on the under tonight. Curious how this goes? Yeah, I have no idea. Hang on. Cowboys, who on defense should they go after at the deadline? Just anyone with a pulse at this point. Cam Ward, well, he's only a rookie. I mean, he's made some nice throws. That's to be determined on Cam Ward. Not impressed by him, but he's also in a bad spot right now. I think in terms of like worst starter, you got to go Fields/Taylor. The Chargers yellows are cool in concept, but they don't translate well to on the field. They do not the slice bit. Right, yellow jersey, white number. Yeah, that makes it impossible to see. Yeah, anything yellow tends to look terrible. Yeah, unless it's some bananas. NBA man, yeah. Yeah, the NBA is not in a good spot right now. It's not pretty. Hang on. Hang on. Kevin with a 5. Me and Doof compete to become every character. Stephanie helps Doof. Oh boy, I like that. I like that one a lot. Adam Silver's worse than Wilbur Burberry Commissioner. Oh boy. Worst backfield in the NFL right now? Might be the Bears. Thoughts on Bill Rozier? Hopefully they get punished. Like, severely. NBA is in shambles right now. That's what it comes down to. I mean, Red fan of Vlad TV video, which Arenas mentioned Damon Jones banged the 06 clubs. Oh my god. Just keeps going. Although that was under Stern. Yeah, Raider. Although they have Genty. The Bears' backfield's pretty bad. Alright. Yeah, that could be an interesting idea for a ChatGPT. Should we go behind bars? Yes. I mean, when the FBI gets involved, yes. Yes, you cannot bet like that. It's that simple. You can't bet. You are destroying interstate commerce. Had Dars at 6, all right. Yeah, Dars at 6. NBA Cup starts on Halloween. Who's watching? Not me. I watch the regular season games because I watch the Cup games because they matter to the regular season. But the final, I don't care about it on the slightest bit. Like I said yesterday, is there a single thing that Adam Silver's done right as commissioner? I guess second apron, but that's to be determined. I turn a blind, yeah. Blind out that he did. Hang on. Give me a second here. NBC's feeling great today, yeah. Kelly with Fire, appreciate you, man. Get you on the call. Logan Bear, NFL, Caillou, NHL, Doof NBA, Steph, MLB Commissioner have a meeting. All right, we'll do that. What's the thing? Chad, did you not allow effects week of playoffs? I think it was like December. It was sometime in December. Come on, let's do a hot take in-season tournament in MLB. Why? Why would they do that? Come on with a 4. I appreciate you, man. Get you on the call. I don't know why they would do that. The in-season tournament does not work for the NBA. Why would an in-season tournament work for baseball? I don't get what the point of that would be. No one seems to like it. You don't need an in-season tournament for that. I don't like that in the slightest bit. How does this affect LeBron's legacy? Well, if LeBron's implicated in this, that affects his legacy a lot. Right now, it doesn't affect him at all, but if he's implicated in this, that changes a lot. Obviously. Appreciate the 4 got mod. Does that get you in first? It does, by a hair. Darkest period in NBA history? It's pretty bad. If this is, like, there's no leadership right now. There's no leadership. There's no leadership right now in the NBA. Silver is spineless as a commissioner. I think we've seen that. He's been coasting on the Sterling for life thing for years at this point. He is spineless. Under his watch, we're getting load management in game 1 of the season. We're getting players can just run over the owners. We're getting betting scandals. We're getting so many bad changes. And it's just... the league feels like it's at its darkest moment. Yeah, affects LeBron's legacy more than full Constantinople. Refs put on bets on games. I mean, at this point, I don't know. At this point, how can you know? How much worse to compare it to that? I mean, this questions the integrity of the sport. You don't know if it's like legit or not. That didn't question the integrity of the sport. You knew the games were legit. This is, you don't know anymore. Well, someone else is banning Sterling. NBA Cup. Changing the playoffs, changing the lottery. It's bad. Whoever gets that sportsbook sponsoring pro leagues would be a bad idea. Yeah. I mean, I don't hate it necessarily, because again, they sponsor, like you sponsor alcohol companies, but you can't drink during a game. Rantero's your Burger King. So, I can see where the slippery slope would come, but it hasn't been an issue in the NFL. It hasn't been an issue there. This worse than Spygate or Pete Rose? Spygate, yes. Way worse than Spygate. Field 68? Every now and then. Pete Rose? It's worse than Pete Rose. It's about on par with Pete Rose. Spygate, no. How to drink a beer to save some point chamber dot? Well, you can't drink during the games. Like, you can bet on anything you want, you just can't bet on the games like they were playing. Even the FLs have this much of a controversy problem. Yep, exactly. Affect the WoW legacy. Yeah, I mean, if LeBron's implicated in this, that would be bad. Field 68 is a basketball channel. Where those comments will be for every team from now on in the NBA. They will be. Make it seem not as bad? Yeah, I can see that. Take out the Mariners next year. Eagles will be better. Rangers and Stars will spend. Got to retain the court. You have to. You can get rid of Suarez, but you got to re-sign Naylor. Sean's Bills for FanDuel. I love gambling so much. I help make the lines. Yep. How about a sports being bet on like this? I don't think so. Because their commissioners come down. They run a tight ship. Then we can finally get rid of LeBron. So we bet sports betting altogether, the better. Well, I think there's going to be some changes. I think there will be... I think individual player props could go be regulated. Mobile, at least. I could see a scenario where you cannot bet individual player props anymore unless you are in person in Vegas. I could see something like that, potentially. That's the why scandal of the NBA. No, they're not doing well. It makes it seem like Silver's spineless, so you can just run all over Silver, do whatever you want, and break the rules. Where they're having an opening day event. High Point is part of that against Furman. I got that walk-off. I got that. I got that one. But I could see something where if a player can decide what they do, you can't bet on it. Like a team sport, a little bit different. Team sport, you can always bet on that. But last one I go through, Sports Talk. Last one I not go through. Want to first go AL over Rockies to get the Rangers rivalry. Last one I go through, Jacob. Yeah, I got the point, yes. 7-game parlays, I could see MLB playoffs if they could go away. Yeah, I could see Congress potentially saying, okay, if you're like, you have to be in person to bet on something individual. Team sports, you can do whatever you want. But individual, or you can't bet over a certain dollar amount. I could see maximum limits. Like if I want to bet on let's say, Keandre Lambert-Smith. If I want to bet on Keandre Lambert-Smith tonight to not get a catch, I can't bet more than $1,000, so let's say. You know, interfering, that was easy interference. Easy interference on that one. I could see that, where there's a maximum imposed that you cannot bet more than X amount of dollars on an individual player to do something. You can bet on team. Maybe every single Aaron Boone does with him throwing the game could be. You have the Kevin Cartwright with LeBron James. Oh, the irony in that. You gotta love the irony in that one. Oh, man. Come on, to Congress to cater for the government. I mean, yeah, it's asking a lot of them because they're always so far behind the times. But at this point, this is now the FBI just got involved. I mean, the FBI just did this here. Or the leagues should partner with the sports books saying they can't do that. This could be a league issue where they say, okay, you can't bet more than that. Like, theoretically, right now, Rangers on the ping pong table, I think it's dumb. Never has worked in a million years. How much longer until Ben retires? I'm going to say 5 more years. Gambling ads getting severely restricted. I could see that. I'd see me like tobacco. Appreciate you, Gamana. And that gets you in first. Player bets still going away would be a great start. Hopefully that happens. Still like the league open parts or better sites. Yeah, you do go down similar stuff. I do get that. Like right now, let's say, I'm going to go on FanDuel right now. I'm going to see what bets they have for this game. If I have no account, so I'm not logged in. So what's the maximum? Let's say I want to bet on the Chargers -3 tonight. What's the maximum I can bet on this game? Is this my account? No. It's not my account. Okay. Right, it's hilariously pointless. I don't know what but like, I could see, like, there's so many alt lines on this. Like, right now, there are, you can bet on, hang on. Let me just give an example of, like, what I think could go away. Like, you can bet on how many receiving yards Trey Harris will get. Like Pete Rozelle or Adam Silver. Pete Rozelle only because he had multiple work stoppages. So Trey Harris, you can bet on him to have over under 8.5 receiving yards. And I think stuff like that could go away. Yeah, cigarettes should not be illegal in that country, yeah. Just on player props? Yeah. Or at the very least, put a max on player props. You cannot bet more than X amount of dollars on a player prop. I could see that. What's overtime doing might have worse effects? It might, yeah. I mean, the NFL didn't really suffer after 82 and 87, but still at least it's not a work stoppage yet. That's the only thing keeping him afloat for second half Pete Rozelle. All right. Let's get these ChatGPTs in. ID required for source rank? It already is. Like, if I want to bet on anything, I need to, like, to first get an account, I need to do it. I need to submit my information. Right, players who don't join the league. Yeah, that's pretty much why. Go to the ocean this weekend. Nice. Have a good time, man. That's always fun. Wouldn't be surprised if they're in bed the stars too. I don't know. I mean, Emirates sponsors the NBA Cup, so you're not. I mean, it's not out of the realm possibility. But again, it's not like the players themselves aren't betting on. It's they're telling their friends, "Hey, I'm gonna fake an injury tonight. Bet this. Bet as much as you can on this, and then I'm going to sit out, and you can get rich that way." Which is a crazy scheme too. We're seeing everyone do it, but it's crazy because it's like you have millions of dollars. You make 9 figures in your life. Just if you need to help them out, help them out. You start the best way right now, and I wrong to structure the gambling channel. He could. I mean, he's missing a mob at this point. Yeah, I mean, you're seeing how little power Silver has. Silver's just, everyone's allowed to run all over him. Yeah, it's exactly what's happened with the Black Sox back in the 1910s. And they need a strong commissioner. They had no commissioner. Why that happened was because there was no commissioner. So they got Mount and Landis. They finally established a commissioner position. Silver, yes, he's a feeble loser. Yep. Right, you're rich. How much more do you need? Exactly. NBA ratings this year take a hit? I think to some extent. Absolutely. More arrests? Yes. I think it will be just NBA. NFL and MLB have nipped into the bud. They've come down harsh on the players. NBA, that's been a league for a while where you can just run all over the commissioner. Right, could be doing crap behind the scenes, exactly. Extra few grand every now and then for spending money. Imagine getting a free vacation a few times a year. True, but like you already are making... You signed like a $200 million contract. Like how much more do you need? Next NFL stories for gambling. Really, I'll see what I can find. I'll definitely see what I can find. Seventy, ironically, yep, by default. So, Silver's only pushed a fan that said fans can watch highlights of the actual games. Impressive, impressive stuff. Right, you never hear any controversy in the NFL. Nope. NHL 3 gambling commercials for me. Oh man, yeah, I don't control the ads. But doesn't the players run over her? She does not. Yeah, Doof would be better commissioner. It's worse with risk getting caught. Apparently, is this bad as the Black Sox scandal? No, because it was World Series. This was like one game that. For one player, this wasn't an entire team doing it. And it wasn't the World Series. What if the NBA believes the commissioner being less powerful? I mean, just... It doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way at all. Just Adam Silver has no backbone. Right now, 50, she kills you, basically. Right, it's not as bad as the Black Sox. No, not even close. FL betting scandals come anywhere near anything like this? Not that I know of off the top of my head. Make commissioner of the actual boss? Yeah. Big words any of the casinos in a way. Oh, yeah. I think the solution here with the NBA would Stern ban Reserve Phillips easily. The solution here is limit player prop bets. So you can only bet X amount of dollars on a player prop. Remove some of them off the board. Get rid of alt lines on player props. But next year, ooh, all right. Yeah, I mean, you have to lay the hammer down. Again, like I said with Bud Selig, when I spoke with Bud Selig, I had the class. He talked about the Black Sox scandal. He said that was the darkest day in pro sports. Because the moment people question whether the integrity of the sport is real or not, and the sport they're watching is scripted or real and whatnot, it becomes a problem. It becomes a major problem at that point. $18-game season, double round robin. Oh, I like that. I like double round robin a lot. All sports things will have to be done in person. I don't know if we're going to go that far on that. Best college football game this week? Ooh. I would say potentially LSU A&M. Raffle and Crutch game would start one, but yeah. LSU A&M, I would say. You might want to see a few birds after the season? Absolutely. Counter-Strike. I've... Whoa, $2 billion worth of skins? Oh my god. Huh. Yeah, so hopefully they get their skins back, because that should not be allowed. Let's see if anything's good as well. It's a shocker, no, but yeah, that's the crazy part. Has the Hurricane skirt the bomb have Florida next week? Oh, man. Could impact the Ravens self-esteem. The chance right now are low. Hopefully everyone stays safe. We're all being in personal just lead to legal bookies. Yeah, like the alcohol consumption was at its highest during Prohibition. So I don't see that happening. People are still going to find ways to bet. You just have to make it so that it's limited in some capacity. You don't allow it to be advertised as extensively over the air. You don't allow it player props necessarily. Maybe don't allow it if you're in your own state. Almost Oklahoma. Yeah, that's a good one too. Don't allow in your own state. So you can't bet on a player prop if it's in your own state. So I can't bet on Devin Booker necessarily do anything. I can't bet on Dunn. I should have met him and said exactly. Like the NFL, they come down and harsh. And that's why it never happens in the NFL. Because they make it very clear. And they will lay the banhammer down. NBA, they don't have enough people. That's what it comes down to. The NBA, I mean, Silver even said in the whole Kawhi thing, we don't have enough people to evaluate every sponsor. I'm trying to find the exact quote. Yeah, like Adam Silver never knew of the company aspiration. He never knew of them. Like, this is what Minnesota Stone Cold are playing tonight. It's Wentz tonight. It's gonna be Carson Wentz. And I'll play you what Adam Silver said when the whole aspiration thing came out.
Well, when the podcast came out, it was news to me. I frankly never heard of the company aspiration before, and I'd never heard a whiff of anything around an endorsement deal with Kawhi or anything around engagement with the Los Angeles Clippers. So it was all new to me. I heard it. I saw some of the follow-up information. We spoke internally. Rick Buchanan, our general
manager, oh, the irony.
Oversees any investigations. Rick had a conversation with Steve Ballmer, and we quickly concluded this was something that rose to the level that necessitates an investigation. In fact, one that's done outside of our office. And Wachtell Lipton, New York law firm,
a picture.
Asked for examinations for investigations like this, is overseeing it. And
college sports? Oh yeah, there have been a lot of betting scales in college sports.
I've been around the league long enough and different permutations of allegations and accusations that I'm a big believer in due process and fairness, and you need to now let the investigation run its course.
Well, I mean, what is there to investigate this? It's like, it's not technical at this point, yeah. It's like, what is there to investigate at this point? Thoughts this year, nominees remaining. Hopefully Ken Anderson gets in this year. Hopefully Jim Marshall gets in as well. But yeah, there have been a few college basketball betting scales and point shaving. Temple just had one a few years ago. I think there was one school in Mountain West that just had it. Yeah, he's Flip the Trailers for this. Yes, 100%. 100% on that one. Like, the fact that he never heard of the company, yeah, we know. Like it's insane. You'll have a fly on the radar? Could be. It's a call for Master in Disguise. Like, they don't have enough people to evaluate every sponsor. You make so much money. Like, how do you not have enough people on your staff to micromanage these things? Silver Sip Sandwich becomes a new commissioner. Probably just the deputy commissioner for the moment. And then they would find someone new. Right, Gabriel, it's close. Connolly, close. Anderson should be in. Craig, yes. Foreman, no. Isbell, yes. Younger, no. Stephanie on the NBA, yes. Anyone have Hamwood Stern? No, we're not have. And keep in mind, and Pablo Torre just, completely debunked everything. It is a nightmare right now. Curtis, no. Dilwig, yes. Ellard, yes. Jackson, no. Morgan, great player, but no. Powell, didn't get him before. I'm going to lead no on Powell, and I'm fine with Taylor. Yes on Taylor. Right, even though Brown Bear could run better at this point. Yeah, at this point, why not? Why not at this point? It's just an absolute mess right now in the league. Jacoby, absolutely. Ken, no. Kuchenberg, yes. Wister, no. Tyler, absolutely not. Greenwood, yes. Marshall, yes. The Jaguars bring I don't know who that is. If they find Kawhi's guilty, punch him. Yes, they should. Japan's looking at leaving the AFC for what? Where would they go? Where would Japan even go? They're not going to Oceania. Where would they possibly go besides that? Irvin with a 10, I appreciate you, man. Banks, yes. Bond, yes. Grantham, yes. Jordan. I'm fine with all those, actually. Someone needs to go because of today. Metal seats go quicker so baseball can heal. Friends, family, sell NASCAR, you bums. Down, Goober, get out and give me back my US7W and commission, get out and see go away. Absolutely. Yeah. Someone needs to go, 100%. Which game do you want, Irvin? Appreciate you, man. Jimmy Smith and Fred Taylor being Cannon. Yeah, I mean, look, Jimmy Smith had the second most receiving yards from 96-05 outside of Marvin Harrison. And Fred Taylor, I mean, there's so many good cases you can make for them. Yes. Defensive backs, Anderson, yes. Boyd, yes. Lewis, no. Meter, no. Parrish, yes. Walls, yes. Tasker, yes. Where's that car? Well, he's retired. That wouldn't make any sense. Which game do you want, Irvin? Appreciate you, man. Manfred needs to go quicker so baseball can heal. Although at least he did get the pitch clock. I will say he did save the sport in some ways. Oh, it's Tank Bixby's real name? I didn't realize that was Tank's real name. No, I don't need him. I mean, I like the guy a lot, but Gophers Bird, all good. I like the guy a lot. He's rotting in Philly right now. He's not playing well in Philly, but I mean, we've got Tudin, we got ETN. I mean, he wasn't getting any touches in that. And we got LaQuinn Allen as our pass blocking back is what I meant to say. I realized that was his real name all these years. I knew he had a real name. I knew it wasn't born Tank, but I didn't realize that was his real name. There you go, name route. Why yes, Eleanor Jackson? Oh, did I say no Jackson? I meant yes. I meant yes, L. Jackson. I meant yes. Sure, the hot seat's good. Thank God. About time. Love European Nets. How's it going, friends? I appreciate you tuning in. An East Asian Oceania Federation? Oh, okay. So okay. That could be good. That would destroy the AFC. Completely destroy the AFC. It'll be a lot easier for Japan to qualify for the World Cup. If you get the Southeast Asian nations in there, and you get 4 bids, they would qualify every year. If you start playing 3 or 4 years early, yeah, exactly. Jimmy Smith is great. He should be in the Hall of Fame. I think the drug is the reason he won't get in, but he should be in the Hall of Fame. 100% he should be in the Hall of Fame. I've been adamant about that for years. Taylor has probably more of a case, but he should 100% be in the Hall of Fame. So this week, depends who your receivers are. Personally, I wouldn't if you have other options, just because I don't know about Carson Wentz. I agree with you, 49ers. I think I misread on that one. Favorite taco is in Florida? I don't live in Florida, and I'm not a taco guy, so I can't answer that one. The go of the NFL to sound the Hall of Fame, not counting guys that aren't eligible, like Tom Brady is not eligible. Best player to sound the Hall of Fame in the NFL, I would say Billy Howden. I'd probably go Billy Howden on that one. Yeah, Jimmy Smith had some massive drug scandals. Right, every rusher had a Taylor all-time rushing list is either in Canada or will be. Yeah, he should be in. Absolutely. Yeah, it's a lot of travel too, Taylor. I actually get that. I didn't realize they're trying to create their own federation. Doug Pierce, if they want to, has head coach as a platform, please no. Please God no on that. NBA's eating crowns right now. Yeah, they're eating a lot of crowns. It's not good. It's not pretty right now in the NBA. It is a dark time. And at this point, you don't know if anything's legit or not. You just don't know. Try to see if any new developments have come out about this since we've been on stream in the last hour. Ken Harris is the GOAT of non-Hall of Famers. He's definitely got a case. Heinz Wurst getting 12K yards playing a run for team. I would not hate that at all. Not hate that in the slightest bit. Harmon should be up there. I'm with you there on that one too. Jake Scott should be in the steering committee too. Jake Scott, Harvey Martin, Billy Howden should be on there. Like, there are some guys that have just been overlooked. Jackson William? No, I've never lived in Jacksonville. Diehard Jaguars fan, but I am from New York and I now live in Phoenix. Like at the end of having PSAs, I get that. Got some increased viewership? Yeah, they gotta take advantage of this. Although they're doing an all-star game in 27 instead of 4 nations, so even they're trying to shoot themselves in the foot. Right, Taylor has just one Pro Bowl? Yeah, it's crazy. Ken Riley had none. 5th all-time in picks, he had none. But Jake Scott didn't even get through the first cut. Yeah, it's crazy. Same question, MLB for the best player not in the Hall of Fame. Pete Rose. Barry Bonds. NBA, best player not in the Hall of Fame is eligible. I don't know the best player in the NBA that's not eligible. Because usually if you have a policy in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, let's see if anything else broke since then with this. And then we'll do the ChatGPTs. Appreciate you guys a ton. You guys came in hot today with SOT stream. Did anything else come in with this? It's typing started. Yeah, it can't be. Winning MVP should push you over the edge. In the Super Bowl, it should. Sean Kemp, yeah. Oh, Sean Kemp's on the Hall of Fame? Yeah, Sean Kemp. That's the guy, yes. Sean Kemp. Yeah, Bill will finally change Hot 100 rules. Scripts a few songs off the charts. I think they might have overcorrected, though, because now I'm not sure how many people are going to release albums in December and November because Christmas time. They might have overcorrected a little bit. But they had to do something. It was getting too stagnant. There's Octave O'Neal, it's not. Okay, so Bill was just arraigned in court in downtown Portland. He'll be released from custody. He'll surrender his passport. So, Rozier is also going to be released. $10 million bond. Worst Heisman winner of all time? Ooh. Archie Griffin the second time did not deserve it. First time he did. Belichick is shooting for the Hall of Fame? Should be. Listen to albums? Albums are good. Albums, I mean, there are a lot of good albums out there. Yeah, worst one, Archie Griffin not deserve it the second time. First time he did. Second time he did not deserve it. Not even close. The final straw was Saudi getting the Asian Cup and the World Cup without much of a big process. I would get why they would take them off. Crouch is also a good pick. I was like, Cal Sheet, it's got to be regulated soon, because that's insane. And some of the things, they just have complete jurisdiction on what pays out and whatnot. If it's not regulated, I don't do it, because if it's not regulated, there are certain things that they can say, well, he didn't actually say this. They'll prevent him from perfect. Yeah, I was shocked by that. Go and make the speech. You know, at this point, he might, or she might. Jermaine O'Neal, yeah. I'm fine with him not being in the Hall of Fame. NBA State worse than 39.6. Spiking the basketball into the court in every single possession. Pretty much at this point. Pretty much. All right, clock's here. Let's do the ChatGPTs. Let's do some ChatGPT in. We're going to start off with NBC and ESPN hiring the blue-haired lawyer, requesting that somebody remove his duties. Again, clock's at 0, so $5 more gets to at this point. Cowboys didn't really retire numbers, but Bob Lilly would be a good one to do. They didn't really retire him. I don't think anyone's worn Bob Lilly's number since. No one's worn the 74. I don't think since. Let me double check on that. I don't think no one's won 74 cents. Yeah, I like UNLV, SCSU, home and home. I like that. That's going to be a fun series. All right. How's it going, Bobby? Thoughts on the NBA? Yeah, it's a mess right now, and Silver is just being walked all over. And I think what this shows, based on the Kawhi thing and based on this, the NBA needs to hire more people. Way more people. Because right now, there's not enough people in the office, and you can just do whatever you want. I'll go on some appreciate you, man. Would that be allowed during streams? Unfortunately, I don't think if it's what I think you're referring to, I don't think it would be for this. All right, so NBA and ESPN hire the blue-haired lawyer. Here we go. Court is now in session. Ready to proceed? Ready, Your Honor. May I just say, this is not about basketball. It's about betrayal, breach, and billions. We'll stick to the facts, counsel. Pursue the opening statements. Your Honor, my clients, NBC and ESPN, entered into a broadcast agreement with the NBA in good faith. They invested billions of dollars, studio resource, and airtime under the presumption that the league operated under integrity. Started at 7:30? Nah. They had Monday Night Football and Thursday night, but not Sunday Night Football. Because they don't want overrun. But now integrity has left the building. We have before us a league under investigation with the FBI involving illegal betting operations that trace through players, executives, and allegedly even a coach. We have text messages, wire transfers, and a commissioner who looked the other way while the product on the court turns into a casino floor. My clients didn't sign up for that. They signed up for competition, not corruption. Objection, Your Honor. Inflammatory. Sustained, counselor. Keep it measured. Measured it is, Your Honor. The evidence will show that Commissioner Silver failed to act when first alerted by internal compliance reports about suspicious betting patterns involving player Terry Rozier and Coach John Smith. With the fire appreciation, man. Horizontal sub-regulation. Oh, God. Well, Falk had a great season. Falk deserved it that year. He had a great season. The Indian Investigation Cup, wow. Those patterns weren't just red flags, they were sirens. Yet nothing was done until the FBI kicked in the door. And now the reputation of professional basketball and the networks that fund it are in ruins. Ratings have dropped, advertisers are fleeing, our contract valued at $75 billion is now a glorified IOU. Your Honor, this case is built on speculation and scapegoating. Commissioner Silver cooperated fully with authorities. He didn't create the scandal, he exposed it. The plaintiffs seek to rewrite history because their stock took a tumble. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame. Absolutely, he's going to be in the Hall of Fame. With respect, counsel exposes a generous way to describe scramble once the deadline's hit. Mr. Silver, under oath, did you or did you not sign off on a statement calling the reports overblown 3 weeks after you were briefed by the Bureau? I followed protocol. The facts were incomplete. Incomplete or inconvenient? Counselor, this isn't a press conference. Of course, Your Honor. No further questions for now. He's trying to make this about optics. Don't take the bait. We'll recess for lunch when we return. The court will hear testimony from representatives of the FBI Sports Integrity Task Force. This isn't just a lawsuit. It's a reckoning, I tell you. A reckoning. All right. How would Lionel Hutz handle this? Is the next question to decide. Because now we're going to see how he would handle all of this. Hutz representing the NBA at this point. Here we go. Good morning, Your Honor. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I am Lionel Hutz, Esquire, representing the National Basketball Association. Here's my card. You know, it turns into a sponge when you put it in water. Let me assure you, the NBA is here to fully cooperate and shows that the league had no idea of any betting of Mr. Billups or Mr. Rozier. Thank you, Your Honor. Misstatement reigns for the people. We intend to show that the league's governance was willfully blind and that it failed to act despite clear warnings that star players were placing bets in the league games. Mr. Phillips, you placed bets on games in which your team was involved, correct? Yes, that's correct. And you did so repeatedly, and the league received tip-offs about suspicious gambling activity, but failed to follow up. Is that correct? Yes. Objection, Your Honor. This line of questioning is a bad court thingy. I move for a mistrial. Overruled. Proceed. Don't touch my stuff. Don't touch my stuff. Mr. Billups, you're a fine athlete. I'm sure you were focused on winning games, right? So any bets you placed clearly had no bearing on your coaching performance, right? No, sir. I mean, yes, I was focused on winning, but the bets were on games I coached. That's part of our master plan, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. A plan so complex, so beyond ordinary comprehension, only a lawyer of my considerable talents, if you will, could unravel it. Steichen, he's on the hot seat in the slightest bit. Are you kidding me? There's 6-1. He's on the hot seat. So that brings Camel's back for Silver. I think it is. When the FBI gets involved, I think that's it. What's about her opening food now? The better. Oh, man, it's that bad. Jeez. Mr. Rozier, you place bets both on your team to win and the opponents to cover, correct? Yes. And you communicate with persons known for illicit gambling coordination, of which league have received notices. Objection. The only thing I've ever coordinated successfully is a 3-level marketing scheme involving novelty smoking monkey dolls. Sustained. 6 of the question, counsel. Mr. Rozier, you were young, opportunistic, but the NBA didn't teach you to bet, right? They didn't hand you a wagering slip. No, they didn't. See, clear as day. The league didn't teach anything. They're innocent. Innocent until, they're actually found guilty. But we contest that, yes. Whatever that means. Mr. Gray, as a senior official of the NBA, you received reports of suspicious betting patterns involving your league's players, yes? Yes, we did. Why did the league not initiate a thorough investigation at the time? We believe the reports were isolated and lacked substantiation. We relied on internal compliance to monitor. Your Honor, I'd like to introduce Exhibit A, my business card that becomes sponge in water. Mr. Hutz, we're in the middle of questioning. Please refrain from non-pertinent exhibits. Oh, fine. But hey, if we win this case, you get one for free. Mr. Hutz, you cannot bribe the jury. Yeah, roller coaster of the league. Yeah, 48 hours in hell after that. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard from everyone. The NBA's inaction allowed a dangerous culture of gambling to flourish unchecked. We ask you return verdict of liability. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Yes, I said ties, plural. The NBA is a trusted institution, a beacon of sports. They did not knowingly orchestrate betting. They did not proactively supervise every little betting transaction. They relied on the honor system. Yes, the honor system. Now, sure, players are going to make mistakes. But mistakes are just that. Mistakes. Not proof the league is guilty of wrongdoing. If you fight against the NBA, you'll send a chill through our league. You'll see novelty business cards get fewer in law offices. May I remind you, mine turns into a sponge. Wait, scratch that. Yeah, I rest my case. Thank you, Mr. Hutz. They find him guilty. Mr. Hutz, you may say something. Well, no money down? Thank you for your time. Also, do you validate parking? Yeah, Hornets are an enemy of the safe at this point. They are. Technically speaking, they are. All right, next up, Keller versus Doof to become the commissioner of the league. Here we go. All right, everybody. For the new commissioner, Keller versus Doof. Doofenschmitz? That's right. Future Commissioner Doofenschmitz. Any campaign buttons, they explode for dramatic effect. He presses one, fills and pops confetti into a board member's coffee. You may need election to decide the next one. Yeah, we do. It cannot be someone currently in the league right now. Like, it's got to be like a Mountain Landis type figure in terms of just laying down the hammer. Obviously, not talking about what he did after the fact, obviously, Mountain Landis, because he was a flaming racist. But in terms of just laying down the hammer, yeah. It's a Frisco Bowl stream? Oh, yeah. That was a fun one. Right, Keller, you're up first. There were some dumb decisions in that game, too. Ladies and gentlemen, the NBA needs reform, not chaos, not another mid-season gimmick. I propose eliminate the Cup, bring back the Sonics, shorten it to 72 games, and American National Conferences. We don't need East-West. We need legacy versus innovation. Behind the curtain, Commissioner Stephanie whispers to Doof. He's good. Too good. You'll have to go cartoonishly big. Bigger than eliminating the East to the West? He wants to reform the league? We'll own it. Remember, chaos creates opportunity. Ah, yes, my specialty! And now, Dr. Doofenschmerz. He wheels in the commissioner. Behold my grand plan to revolutionize the NBA. Step 1. Everyone gets a team. Even Taylor Swift. Mention Taylor Swift again. Trust me. Parasitic Worm? I don't know on that one. Right, Taylor Swift's team, the Nashville Heartbreakers, will headline every single halftime show. Isn't that wildly impractical? Oh, you haven't seen Wildly Impractical yet. Don't you worry. Behold the commissioner. Sparks fly. Taylor Swift on a holographic image performs. It was, yes. Aziz Al-Shire injured him. It was. Stephanie watches from her office. They don't get it. The NBA isn't about basketball anymore. It's about spectacle. It's about me. She hums Bad Blood as Keller steps in. Commissioner Stephanie, this is madness. Oh, Keller. The league doesn't need another reformer. It needs a storyline. You think fans care about 72 games? They care about drama, about rivalry, narrative. They care about basketball. No. They care about Taylor Swift. They care about me. Security drags out the commissioner. The board convenes in chaos. You can't manipulate Wayne's leadership forever. Watch me. She turns to a nearby camera, fixes her hair like she's on TV. Hi, I'm Commissioner Stephanie, And welcome to the Taylor Swift NBA era. We've got this. We've got this. You know, that stream was nuts. That was a crazy ChatGPT stream. Welcome to the NBA era. With Doof, but mainly me. Prepare to have friendship bracelets and tip off. Replacing the tip off friendship bracelet. Now, let me get the next ChatGPTs in, because we got one from that. Hang on. Give me a second here. Guys coming hot tonight. I appreciate all you guys are telling you. We're not doing OT tonight after the game. All right. Email is in the queue. Yes, email is in the queue. That'll be the last thing we do. Jonathan with a $5. Appreciate you, man. Which game do you want? Get you on the call for it. Which game do you want? Guys coming hot tonight. Appreciate it. Hey, Cal, got no decisions? Not yet. Not for anything with the Raiders this season. Kim Possible, Ron Stoppable, and Dan Campbell sneak into the NBA's office and discover the corruption in the league with their most recent betting scandal. They fight the mafia off. Oh, people, appreciate you, man. You missed the beginning of the game? All good. Have a good time at dinner. You want Vanny, get you on the call. Appreciate you, man. World Series soon? Yes, we're doing every game except for Game 3 because that's Monday Night Football. But every game except for Game 3 we will do. All right, so get you on Vandy. It's being close. You make the call. We got today and Friday to vote on this one. I'll be live at 8 o'clock for the game. Again, it's a throwback game, so I've got all the graphics in. I've got all that. Yeah, I did not get the receipts, nor do I really want them. Again, it's her money. She can do whatever she wants with it. When non-division national teams would like to see the Suns play 3 times? I mean, ideally, like, as a Suns fan, I want to see, like, Hornets, Wizards, Nets, like, the 3 teams that suck. Well, Hornets might not suck this year, but ideally, I'd like to see that. Just 3 really bad teams. But I guess Texas teams. Texas usually a pretty good rivalry with Texas teams. NBA in massive trouble right now. 100%. Massive trouble. All right. Next up. Little Brown Bear, Caillou, Commissioner Stephanie, and Doofenshmirtz trying to figure out the gambling crisis. Hornets are America, yeah. You know, just like, I guess like anything like the Midwest area. Not Midwest, but like around like the Louisiana, Texas, Tennessee area. Like, Texas, anything with Texas. Oh, all the Texas are American. I guess the California teams? Wait, that's American. That's American. Let's go teams like currently like in the central of the country. All right, everyone. We're here to discuss the sports betting crisis. It's rooting the integrity of our leagues. But I don't want to talk about boring stuff. I want to talk about touchdown celebrations. Remember, Shaw was a really good receiver. Very good receiver. Of course, national? Yeah. Yeah, and I wanted ice cream for them, but nobody brought me any. You're both commissioners now. You can't act like preschoolers. But I am a preschooler. Me too. And I don't want to be a grown-up. It's hard. Gentlemen, please, we must focus. I, Dr. Heinz Doofenshmirtz, have invented the no more betting-inator. You built a weapon? Well, not a weapon. More like a device that zaps anyone who tries to place a sports bet into mild but reversible unconsciences. Yeah, that's facial preference. Yeah, I did not, look at the receipts. I did not do anything with that. Okay, so the options there, you gotta go Celtics, Bucks, and Celtics, Bucks, Sixers. That's mean. Well, they just want to bet on their team. Their team wins because they love them lots. Yeah, my daddy bets on hockey all the time. And I like it when he loses, but then he gives me his snacks. Do you two ever understand the concept of integrity in sports? No, but I don't like when you use big words. They hurt my ears. And I don't like your mean tone. You sound like my mommy when she tells me to share. Oh my God, I swear on Taylor Swift that you two cry one more time. No, let's... Oh, we got 4? Give me the next then. Let's not have a meltdown. I've had enough of those since the Platypus spoke by last senator. Fine, look. The solution is regulation and transparency. We need to monitor our systems, tight oversight. I don't want to modernize. I got snack time. Me too. I'm hungry and tired and bored. This is why the leagues are in chaos. You're both emotional toddlers with microphones. So the anti-Taylor Swift. You're a big meanie, Miss Commissioner lady. Yeah, you're just mad because your baseball games are slow and boring. Don't you dare insult baseball. It's poetic. It's beautiful. It's not. It's too long. Different I'll make sure the NBA schedule overlaps every MLB postseason if you ever say that again. Right. Baseball is great. America's pastime. I love it. Can we go home now? Yeah, I want a nap. You know what? Sure. You two go nap. I'll take care of the problem. Wait, what are you going to do? I'll just launch a Taylor Swift concert in every stadium. That'll distract everyone from betting. You know, actually, that might work. Can Taylor sing me a lullaby? Me too. I want a lullaby. Yeah, meeting adjourned. Wait, no, it's her money, yes. It's her money. She can do whatever she wants. Do I agree with it? Maybe not, but I mean, she can do whatever she wants. As long as she's not suffering, it's her money. Next up, Calgary about to be regulated by the government, so Lionel Hutz can try and step in and save the day. Court is now in session. Counsel for the defense may proceed. Thank you, Your Honor. Lionel Hutz, attorney at law, representing Calgary, your marketplace for the future. Ooh, that's catchy. I like that slogan. Lionel, please don't say that slogan in the court. Relax, I'm weaving into the narrative arc. Jurors love that thing. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, have you ever wanted to bet on the future? Who hasn't? It's like buying a stock, but without all that boring owning part of the company stuff. Objection, Your Honor. The defense is openly describing illegal prediction markets. Sustained. Mr. Hutz, please stay on topic. Of course, Your Honor. Let's see. Topic. Your client is accused of violating federal commodities laws. Wait, that's what this case is about? Yes, well, that's literally the whole case. I see. So, let me ask you this. If Calgary is accused of violating the law, then the real question is, what is law? Mr. Hutz, this is not philosophy class. Right. No philosophy. Though I did get a C- in Intro to Ethics, so... Anyways, let's call my first witness, myself. Your Honor, this is highly irregular. I'll allow it, but only because I'm curious of where this goes. I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and whatever sentence convincing enough to 12 strangers. Mr. Hutz! Kidding, totally kidding. Unless that works. Anyway, in my expert legal opinion, my client's activities are not gambling. They're, educated guessing with paperwork. So you admit it's gambling. Not at all. Gambling involves risk. And according to Calgary's terms of service, they are not responsible for any losses. Ergo, no risk, no gambling. Oh no. Mr. Hutz, that's the most absurd line of reasoning I've ever heard in this courtroom. And you've said a lot. Thank you, Your Honor. You know, it's copyrighted. The prosecution rests. And I assume the defense does too, since Mr. Hutz just cross-examined himself. Wait, hang on. I can do that? Hold on. He runs to the other side of the stand. Mr. Hutz, isn't it true you have no idea what Calgary actually does? Objection! Badgering the witness. Sustained. Boy, the stuff on the mat like makes it look. Cross-examining himself. That's amazing. I think I've heard enough. Mr. Hutz, your client is fine, sanctioned, and frankly, lucky that this court doesn't handle them in contempt for hiring you. So, we lost spectacularly. Well, that's not so bad. Losing is just another form of winning for the other guy. My fee is still due in full and in cash, and I'm not taking any prediction market shares again. Last time I bet Hutz wins the case, and, let's just say it was a long shot. I won't make that mistake again of betting on myself. The CEO buries their face in their heads, and Hutz walks out. Trash with wings. Oh, man. Gamana with the $5. Someone to later, number 1 crown. There you go. Greatest year from the 20th to 21st century. Ooh. I mean, Winston Churchill has to be up there. Appreciate you, Gamana. Get you on. Lay down that number 1 crown. All right. I like it. Counts as triple, too. He gets you in front for the moment. So when you're in the end, if anyone needs a lure, you can find me at the mall. Right between the shoe repair and the sunglass hut. Oh, God. All right, next up. Kim Possible, Ron Stubble, Dan Campbell. Sneak it to the NBA. Here we go. Another 9, another bet play. Skip the odds on a favor, boys. Kim crouches over a vent, peering through the binoculars. Ron fumbles with a rope beside her. And Rufus salutes around. How come I get the crown back? He donated $5. He just put in a donation. According to Wade, this building's been wired with encrypted data transfers tied to NBA game outcomes. So like fantasy basketball, but evil? Exactly. Someone's betting on fixed games. Dan Campbell climbs on the roof behind them. We bite kneecaps and break scandals. Let's move it, boys. They sneak through the dark corridors. Ron sets up a vending machine that loudly dispenses snacks. Hang on, give me a second here, guys. We can't fight corruption on an empty stomach. Ron! There's no time for snacks. Let's move. Rosa servers from the data center. Kim hacks to a console. Wade appears on the wrist monitor. Got it. The data trails lead to 2 insiders. Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier. Wait. NBA players and coaches? Not what it looks like. They're trying to expose the rigging from the inside. Kim and Ron meet Billups and Rozier. We've been tracking fake bank accounts for months. Someone high up's been rigging outcomes and pinning it on players. They got eyes everywhere. Cameras, reps, even on coaches. They'll play some full contact defense. The Mafia bursts in, and Kim, Ron, Dan, they all fight them off. Rufus chews through a bag of money, scattering fake bills everywhere. And Dan Campbell, of course, he's going to tackle a mobster, and he's going to bite some kneecaps. Kim uploads the evidence to the press. Wade confirms to the public. Boom! Every dirty deal, every fake bet, all exposed. Another mission accomplished, boys. Just save the league. No more fixed games. Just grit and grind. So, like, because of what we did, can we, like, get courtside seats now? Everyone laughs. Rivers stunks a basketball into a coffee mug. And everyone gets fired in the NBA. The Mafia gets arrested. I should have bet against Kim Possible. Yeah, that would have been a good bet to place. Wonderful the Second's also have a good pick. All right, next up, the ChatGPT with Little Brown Bear as the President of the United States. Here we go. He's at his desk. His approval ratings are going down the drain. His eyes widening. This is ridiculous. Everyone should love me. I made a website. I try. They can't just not like me. Sir, we might have a problem. JG9 just released a documentary. Ooh, is it about me being awesome? Well, not exactly. It's, well, just watch it. The documentary plays. The footage is alarming. We're making bets as player, commissioner, and head coach. Oh, so we're going back to the Season 2 tie-in. I love that. We're going back to what happened on Season 2. Graphics shows $400,000 from the bets. Interviews with the analysts shaking their heads. From the gridiron to the Oval Office, Lil Bear has consistently put his financial gains above the rules. And now it's spilling over into his presidency. Lil Bear slips into his chair. I didn't think anyone would notice. I mean, betting's fun and I was winning. How did this get out? Maybe we should call it a learning experience. A learning experience? I'm the president. People are going to hate me forever. The House of Representatives, Frank's addressing the chamber. Ladies and gentlemen, it is clear that President Lil Bear violated the public trust. He has used his position to benefit himself financially through betting at every level of professional football. I'm introducing articles of impeachment. Is this real? I mean, $400K is a lot of money, and some of these bets were while he was president? Folks, it's not just past behavior. This is active misconduct while in office. The president's credibility is in ruins. Summer's tweeting now. This is insane. It was supposed to be in charge. It's betting everything. And I'm doing on Daddy Tua. I've seen a lot of political scandals, but this is historic. Remember, stands at the podium. He fiddles with his tie. Mr. President, can you explain the $400K in betting activity? Well, I was just trying to make things exciting. Everyone loves excitement, right? And it's not like anyone got hurt, I think. What about the bets while placed in office? I thought it was okay. I mean, people bet on stuff all the time. It's fun. Leave me alone. Yes, fun. Very, very presidential. The camera pans out. Show the new stickers running. See, articles of impeachment are introduced. Laurent Bear could be removed from office. His presidency is now hanging on by a thread. Right, actually injured Puka Nacua. That is true as well. Going back to season 2 on that one. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, man. I like where the series is going. All right. Last call for anything. Any audio, video, ChatGPT, Sporkle quizzes, whatever sports, anything. Then I'll set up the next stream between the Chargers and the Vikings. I'll set that up once this stream is done. We still have about 10 more minutes. I can be on for a hard out to get ready for the next stream. So just keep that in mind. I've got everything set up for this game again. Here's the sip if you want to see it. Got all the Vikings helmets. Got all the Chargers helmets behind me. We got a full stack today. We also have throwback logo for the Chargers tonight. Richard, who wins each game in Week 8? We got tonight's game. I got the Chargers. I got the Chargers winning. I don't trust Wentz at quarterback. Give me the Falcons if Cousins plays. Dolphins if Penix plays. Give me the Ravens if Lamar plays. If not, give me the Bears. Bengals, Bills, Texans, Patriots, Eagles, Bucks, Colts, Cowboys, Packers, and the Chiefs. All right, so with that in mind, we're going to go live at 7:55 Eastern Time for this one. So appreciate all you guys tuning in. JG9 signing off. Gutmana is the winner in the XP for this stream in terms of that. So he does end on top. I'll see you guys in about 30 minutes. We'll set up the next stream and go from there as we officially kick off Week 8 of the 2025 NFL season. Take care.